Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Friday. It's Daryl here. It is bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, I came across this story yesterday about Britney Spears and this alleged freak out at a hotel in Hollywood. And I saw the story yesterday and I figured, okay, well that's a choice. Maybe I'll talk about that tomorrow morning. And as I was sleeping over through the night last night, I kept thinking about the name of the hotel, the Chateau Marmont. And I was like, that place, not only does that name sound familiar, but that place looks familiar. I was out in Hollywood twice. I've been out there. I was out there in 1987 in the summer. I stayed there for a while, and I stayed there in 1989 for a while. And I kept thinking, I was like, oh my God, that place looks so freaking familiar. You know, did I see it on TV? And I did see it on TV, and I saw it in person. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys about the whole Britney Spears story too, and I'm going to read. Since then, she's put a freak out on her Instagram page, explaining her freak out at the Chateau Marmont. And I'll talk about all that in a second, but let me tell you about my connection to this place first. Like I said, so overnight, I'm like, this place, how do I know this name? You know, and I looked it up, and then I realized, okay, if you look at a lot of my short videos, or if you look at like haunted, I've had haunted situations here at this apartment, and I've stopped talking about it for the most part because like as a rule, whenever I talk about it here on my video, more stuff happens. It's the freakiest thing. It's like when I sit here and talk, when I make this video and talk about it, stuff will happen. It's almost guaranteed. Like, oh, while this video is filming, it's like something hears me. I stopped talking about this for a couple reasons too, because the comments I got, but most of all because my own family thought I was making it up. Because of all I do magic tricks on some of my videos too. They thought it had to do with that. So I stopped talking about it. Plus, the more I talked about it, the more it happened. So I just stopped talking about it. But about 2 weeks ago, I couldn't sleep at night. So I was looking through the apps on my phone, and I started looking through spirit boxes where you could, you know, if you ever watch Ghost Adventures or anything like that. And I pulled up this one particularly supposedly good spirit box, and I couldn't sleep at night. I'm laying in my bed. So I download it and I try it one time. You know, you have these scrambled like static in the background, and I try it, and I swear to God, I hear a response, and it freaked me out. I shut it off, and I took the app off my phone. It freaked me out so bad. But I've been wanting to do that for you guys. I wish I had recorded this, but it freaked me out so bad that I just took it off my phone and everything. Okay, now about the Chateau Marmont. Since this stuff was happening here in my apartment, I was researching ghost stuff, you know, spirits and all that. And I came across the Chateau Marmont and how that place, actually, that's where John Belushi died, in that hotel where Britney Spears freaked out. Supposedly bad stuff happens to people that stay there. Howard Hughes stayed there for a while. Marilyn Monroe stayed there for a while. John Belushi died in that hotel. Jim Morrison. There's a whole list. I'll have the link down below. And I don't think any of the news reports from the Britney Spears story talks about that. You know, how bad stuff seems to happen to famous people like this, like Britney Spears at this hotel. Wait, it gets even more weird. So I have a relative that works in Los Angeles, or used to work in Los Angeles. This person's passed away since. And I actually, when I went out to Los Angeles in 1987, me and my girlfriend got a chance to not only take a tour there, but we were offered there was an empty suite and guest suite, and we were offered to have the suite for the night. And my girlfriend hated the place so much. She said it looked old, and she didn't want to stay there, so we passed it up. But I actually have a picture of me at the Chateau Marmont, like in my shorts and in like a cut-off sweatshirt, like we were going on like, you know, the tourist. We were on the tourist tours that day with my relative that day. And I got a picture of me at the Chateau Marmont. So these are all the weird connections that I actually have to this place where Britney Spears freaked out. Okay, now, if you want to see those haunted videos of the stuff that's happened here in this apartment, look, you know, just do some searches on I haven't put them all together in a playlist, and I should do that. but a lot of them are in the shorts down below. A lot of the best ones aren't in the shorts. If you just go back, you look at haunted spirits. If you search it on my channel, you'll find a lot of videos going back for a year or two. A couple of years, this stuff's been happening. Okay, now for the Britney Spears story. Okay, so this was a couple of days ago. And allegedly, Britney Spears and her boyfriend, I can't remember his name, they were drinking at this hotel. She's got a suite. You can't stay. Regular people can't stay at the Chateau Marmont. It's more for famous people, and they have to have a reserved room there, where they can, like Johnny Depp and Britney and everybody else. And her and her boyfriend were staying there, and they were drinking, and they got into it. And there was a call that Britney was in the hallways harassing the employees. Or not Britney, but somebody was in the hallway making a lot of noise, harassing employees and the guests. So the police showed up at 10:30 that night, but they couldn't find anything, and they left because allegedly Britney Spears and her boyfriend had gone back to the hotel room, or back to their room, back to their suite in the building, and they continued to drink, and stuff continued to get out of control, and they got into some kind of physical altercation, and she hurt her ankle. She twisted her ankle. So the paramedics and police are called back there at 12:30, 2 hours later. And the paramedics, they have a call that somebody is limping around the hallways with a blanket wrapped around them, and it's Britney Spears. And so now Britney talks about this on her Instagram page. She says how they illegally help her. I don't know how, when somebody comes to help you out when you get hurt, I don't see how they could illegally show up there. A lot of this stuff, there's been a lot of talk about Britney, being off her meds and being out of control, especially with finances, flying to Hawaii every month on a private jet, staying in a presidential suite there, blowing like $1 million per trip, like every month, that she's totally out of control. She's secluded in her house, and now this freak out. Okay, so they show back up, and she ends up leaving with hotels. I don't know if it was her security or her hotel security. She ends up leaving there, not in the ambulance, not with the police, but with security. And that was the end of the night. And so she talks about this on her Instagram page, and I'm going to read it to you guys right here. Okay. And the link to all this, and plus to the haunted Chateau Marmont, and the whole John Belushi story, the link will be right down below. And I'm going to post a picture of me at the Chateau Marmont on the thumbnail, if I could find it before I make the thumbnail. Okay, Britney Spears. She just posted this yesterday. Today's Friday, so this was Thursday. Just to let people know, the news is fake. Oh no, she's not doing that fake news stuff like Trump. Oh my God. I would like respect at this time for people to understand I am getting stronger every day! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Truth sucks. So can someone teach me how to lie? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Goddesses out there, comma. I'm reaching my higher power, and furthermore, I hope you guys are too! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. I need a new toothbrush. When I first read this, I was like, she is losing her mind. I think she's saying she needs a new toothbrush because the way she left the Chateau Marmont and kind of ran out of there with security or whatever. So I'm assuming that's why she said it, unless she's just on some kind of stream of consciousness, like Bam Margera. She's starting to sound a lot like Bam Margera. Okay, exclamation point, rose, rose, rose. Not sure why I feel the need to share this. Oh, come on, of course you do. I guess I'm just a girl, and I'm on my period, so I'm bitchy. And, look, I don't mean to sound like a chauvinist, or if you watch my channel, I'm anything but a chauvinist. I'm a feminist. I consider myself a feminist, but I hate when women do this, when they say they blame something on their period. And women in my life have never done that, but I've seen other people do it. And yeah, we won't talk about that for now. Shit! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. I also twisted my ankle last night, and paramedics showed up at my door illegally. How do paramedics show up illegally? They never came in my room, but I felt completely harassed. I'm moving to Boston. Peace. So that's it. From somebody who lives a couple hours away from Boston to Britney Spears, please don't. Please. I don't think this stuff would go over here like it goes over in LA. I think LA is used to this kind of erratic behavior by stars, and here in especially maybe in New York even too, but in Boston, I don't think it would float. I really don't think this kind of, the cops that I've met in Boston, and I don't think they would have time for a spoiled, psychotic pop star, really. That's just my opinion. All right, links will be down below. I'll be back later with another video. Let me know what you think. Have a good Friday.